Hello and welcome back to Foster Your Future with Tyton. Today I want to explore a powerful concept that deeply resonates with me, the night sea journey. As described by Stephen Cope, I found this quote in a chapter of The Body Keeps the Score. So if you want to read it, as I mentioned before, I put the links to the books in our first episode. I also have the link again on this episode, but here we go. This is the quote. The night sea journey is a journey into the parts of ourselves that are split off, disavowed, unknown, unwanted, cast out, and exiled to the various subterranean worlds of consciousness. The goal of this journey is to reunite us with ourselves. Such a homecoming can be surprisingly painful, even brutal. In order to undertake it, we must first agree to exile nothing. And for anyone who has faced trauma, and for all of us navigating life's challenges, this quote carries deep meaning. Growing up in the foster care system, I knew what it felt like to be displaced, not only physically, but emotionally. I lost my mother as an infant, witnessing my father struggle with PTSD and addiction, and later entering foster care. All of these moments created fractures in my self-identity. For years, I tried to leave certain parts of my past behind, doing my best to convince myself that ignoring them meant moving forward. But real healing came when I stopped running from my story and started integrating all parts of myself. That wasn't an easy thing to do at all. It meant confronting grief, self-doubt, and the belief that I had to be strong at all times. But the truth is, real strength comes from wholeness, not just from surviving, but from embracing every chapter of your story in your life. What this means for foster youth. Experiencing this journey in a very real way, many of us, or you, may feel exiled from stability, forced to adapt without truly feeling at home anywhere. Society often tells us to move on, to focus on the future, but healing isn't about erasing the past, it's about understanding. True empowerment comes from when we stop seeing our experiences as baggage and start recognizing them as sources of wisdom. We don't have to exile the pain, we just got to integrate it, make peace with it and who we are and where we've been. I find taking the things in the past and using it as fuel, use it as something positive rather than negative to move forward and push towards your goals. There's a universal truth to the night sea journey. It isn't just for foster youth. Everyone that carries parts of themselves that they'd rather ignore, painful memories, failure, self-doubt. Society encourages us to push those parts aside, but growth requires to face them head on in the mirror. American author Joseph Campbell, who coined the hero's journey, when he described the night sea journey, it was the dark night of the soul, a descent into the unknown. It's uncomfortable, but it's the only way to emerge stronger, more self-aware, and more at peace with ourselves. This part, you may ask, it's that part of agreeing to exile nothing. But once we do, we unlock the ability to move forward with authenticity, resilience, and true self-acceptance. That's a hard thing to do, to go back in order to go forward, to keep pushing through that sea where you can't see anything. And it's easier to go back. Instead of going back, push through. Because once you push through the storm, you have a whole vast ocean ahead of you. Here are my closing thoughts. So what does it mean for you? If you ever felt lost, scattered, or like parts of you don't belong, know that healing starts when you welcome yourself home. It won't be easy, but wholeness isn't about perfection. It's about embracing the full picture of who you are and what you want in your life. Thank you for tuning in to this special episode of Foster Your Future with Tyton. If this message resonates with you, share it with someone who might need it. And remember, your journey, no matter how difficult, is leading you towards wholeness. Until next time, take care, stay strong, and keep moving forward.